Let's fight. It's Monday night, folks. Let's fight. We hope you guys are good and well, wherever you guys are joining us from this evening. Yep, there's that bell ringing for you. There is that bell ringing for each and every one of you guys. We are so happy. If you love you, beautiful folks are here with us. We're going to ring that bell one time, another time, a second time rather. We're going to ring it a second. We're going to ring it a third time just to make sure we're not too off. A third time. Good to have all of you on the live this evening. How are you folks doing out there? Good to see so many of you joining us as per normal. Good to see you folks. Tomorrow we head off on vacation for all intents and purposes, and we're going to be back in a couple of days. Just a bit of housekeeping, folks. You'll still have all the valid and credible information on our pages throughout the day, folks, as you normally do. We just want to have the morning and the evening show for a couple of days. We're going to put out the notice officially tomorrow, so you'll know exactly when we're going to be off, folks, when we're going to be back as well, officially from tomorrow till about the 7:38 of August. But looking forward to getting some good rest and recuperation. Y'all know how we do it, man. Shucks. Thank you guys so much for giving us a couple days off. Y'all know we work hard around these parts. Good to see all of you on the live tonight. Share that live, folks. Vanessa Wardine, Deborah Sharona Lynch. Good to see you folks right on time. Right on time. Whichever page, profile you're joining us from, share that live for us, good folks. Smash that emoji button as well. Oh, we're so happy to be here with you. Good folks, happy to be here with you all. How are you all doing now? Hope you had a good day. Hope you all had a good day. You know, Naomi said to us this morning, she's going to miss me, but her husband is going to be so happy to have her back. Her husband's going to be so happy to have her to himself. And we know some of your family say the same. It's all we need a little break. It's all, your family's going to thank us later. It's all of us need a little break. Good to see so many. Julian Mars, good to see so many of you on the live tonight. Julian Mars and all the other folks joining us. Good to see you folks. So we're going to be off for a couple of days. Penelope Hudson, Sheena Hazel, Roxanne, Renella, Lorraine, Onessa, Barbara, Ralph. We're going to put that notice up, guys. We're so happy to have you here. Folks like Pam Halls. Good to have you here, Pam. Great to have you here. Folks, welcome, 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 welcome. We all know things tight in this country. You all know things tight in this country from coast to coast. Things tight. That is the opener as we begin. That is the opener as we start this evening, good folks. How tight things tight. You know who's going to tell us some more about that? MP Trina Finance told a press conference quite recently. She said, you know what? Things falling down more in this country. Things falling down more in this country. Folks, take a look. Take a look, take a look, take a look, and take a listen. Yep. Opener.
Member of Parliament, Joetta Finance, told a press conference on Friday that where the government predicted massive growth, there is massive decline.
For the Bank of Guyana first quarter report, it says the first quarter report from the Bank of Guyana confirms what we feared. The drastic decline in the non-oil sector is evident to Dutch disease in full play. The Bank of Guyana report highlighted a decline in gold, bauxite, diamond, sugar, timber, stock feed, among others.
She said that the government is pushing the country into a situation where the non-oil sector will see contractions. Traditional high-income earning sectors are declining.
Two sectors in particular that stand out are gold and sugar. The gold mining industry contracted by 11.2% in 2023, with small and medium-scale operators output declining by 16.2% in 2023. The government's projected non-oil growth was heavily based on a recovery in the gold mining industry, with gold declarations increasing by 15.7%, being projected in 2024.
The first quarter Bank of Guyana report stated that gold production declined by 16%. Production from small and medium-scale miners declined by almost 23%.
Continued contraction of the gold mining industry is cause for serious concern. particularly because it is a reflection of the decline in declarations from small and medium scale operators, while the sole large scale operator continues to see and record an increase.
He said that the government needs to put measures in place to curb illegal activities. Illegal activities are contributing to lower goal declarations.
The PPP continues to spread false narrative of progress about sugar and the sugar industry to Guyanese, while the data is speaking a different story. At no surprise to us, sugar production has recorded a decline of 46% in the first quarter of 2024.
He said that the government has been talking about a 66% growth through mechanization. This is failing rapidly, she said.
While billions of dollars are being pumped into the sugar industry, the industry continues to fail. The AFC notes further that the then CEO has apparently given up on the industry altogether and has left for greener pasture after he has failed to turn around the sugar industry. The AFC admonishes that government face reality of the sugar industry and plays to curb the inevitable social impact that lurks ahead.
Things tight, good folks. Things tight. So, yeah, we're not playing here, you know, folks. When we said things tight, things tight. Yeah, that's how things looking in the 592. Some of y'all think it's easy out here, you know. You know, your family tell you things rough, send a barrel. Believe them. Everything going down, 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 down. Wrong and down. That's how things going. Believe them. They tell you things rough and tough. I'm begging y'all. Believe the people. Believe them. That's why we're saying things tight. Yeah. Folks, let's head into some what we're covering this evening. Oh, look what's happening internationally. Y'all must behave yourself, you know. You hear they got a little storm or something. Y'all tuck in, tuck in, tuck in. A little storm happening, something, somewhere, somehow. You know, some of y'all don't take these things very seriously at all. Jamaican guy swept out to sea the other day, playing in the storm. Hurricane, what was it, Beryl? That wasn't so long ago. Hurricane, but they don't want listening, they don't want to hear. Yeah, better take caution. Don't throw caution to the wind, as they say. A couple of things we're following, folks. Listen, right? 6 people killed. This is Croatia. This is so sickening. Signs of the times, folks. Signs of the time. A gunman killed 6 people. Listen to this now, including his mother at a nursing home in Croatia. Believe it or not. You know, I hope y'all never get numb to violence on this scale. Right? I hope you never get numb to it. The Croatian president, Zoran Milanovic, has called for more societal violence prevention and stricter gun control ownership. 6 persons, right, including his mother, at a nursing home. Now, you know this different in a big way. We ain't gonna wait till we come on the 592 tonight. Right there, we could take it. You know? We ain't wait until we come in. This thing all about us. Signs of the times, folks. Thoughts and prayers with the Croatian people. Hope you never get numb. It's only 6. Don't ever get numb like that. Now look at this. Folks, if there's a storm, you all behave yourselves. Please. 82-year-old gentleman. He was struck by debris. Hear how he was struck by debris. He went outside in the storm to cover his prized possession, a 1965 Ford Galaxy 500. Sounds like a rare car. A 1965 Ford Galaxy 500. He went to cover it with a tarp. Well, the found Robert Papel wrapped up in the tarp, surrounded by debris, and police have surmised that he was hit by debris while he was trying to cover his vehicle with the storm. Y'all be careful out in the storms there. Please and thank you. We told you just recently in Jamaica, or was it in Grenada, a young man, don't think quite 20, playing in the rain, as we saw some Jamaicans doing as well during Hurricane Beryl. Then he was swept out to sea. Y'all don't play with nature, you know. Please, folks. We ask them, you don't play with nature in this manner. No, it's unforgiving. One little slip, folks, and it's gone, you're gone. Just like that. Just like that. Found this 82-year-old gentleman wrapped in a tarp, rubber propel. Thoughts and prayers with his family. Thoughts and prayers with them. Now we come a little close in the region, folks. Look what's happening around the corner by the side street, by the back, by the front house. This is the Brazilian president, Lula Inácio da Silva, advising the Venezuelan government, to stay in the Democratic League of Nations and to accept Sunday's election results. Big elections in Venezuela on Sunday. Sunday the 28th, folks. I know lots of y'all going to be watching that because y'all hoping if somebody else come in, you might have a little more moderation as to the border tensions that we have. I wouldn't hold my breath. I would not hold my breath to that. But folks, Lula Inácio Lula da Silva advising the government of Venezuela to accept Sunday's result. And if needs be, have a peaceful transition of power to an incumbent administration. That is the way the ballot goes. That is what Lula's advising them. Yeah, that's what Lula's advising. Respect the results, he said. Respect the results. We gotta wait and see, folks, how that pans out. We're gonna have to wait and see how it pans out. Good to see so many of you on the live on a Monday night. Ebon Lamy is here. Good to see you, Ebon. Rosetta Barton, Redman Alexis, Everett Small. Good to see you there as well. Marcy Agard, Desiree Thomas. Great to see all of you on the live. Neville Cedal. Good to see Neville on the live tonight. Great to see Neville on the live. Folks, hold on. We don't say this often. But if y'all got a story for me, y'all know something is going down, has gone down, shoot us a WhatsApp message and let us know. You got some video of something interesting happening there. Something newsworthy. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. We want to know what's happening, good folks. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what's going on. All right, so let's give you a couple. Oh, are we there yet? No, I got to. Oh, my Lord. We got to touch on one more thing before we come into the 592. One more thing. We little hurry. Our apologies. But if y'all got a story for us, good folks, do let us know. Shoot us up 627-6963. The one number, it hasn't changed. Going on 4 years. It has not changed. Look what's happening. It's fighting the cricket now. It is not on the pitch. It's not on the pitch. It's not out of the field. Apparently, listen to this. Hear the story. Lara has written a book. And apparently in this tell-all, right? In this tell-all, he said Viv Richards had him crying every day. That's what he said allegedly in this book. Right? That rather Richards made Hooper cry once per week. In this book, them boys have come out with a joint statement. This is Carl Hooper and Viv Richards pushing back against what they call, as you see here, gross misrepresentation. Just when you think cricket couldn't sink any lower. Just when you think it couldn't sink any lower. You still got some bottom. Still got some bottom to find. Viv made Hooper cry once per week. He had him programmed. Well, in this joint statement by Viv Richards and Carl Hooper, right? They described it as categorically, patently untrue and a gross misrepresentation. Folks, what Viv and Carl will understand is the books don't sell themselves. The books do not sell themselves. You have to have some very salacious details in there to push the sales. So here it is, folks. Here it is. The salacious details. Yeah. He said it never happened. Gross misrepresentation. The action on the field, or maybe some inaction. And lots of action off the field. Best wishes to them. Best wishes to them. Viv, Hooper, Lara, best wishes to the boys. Yeah, that's what's happening in that front. As we come into the 592, good folks, as we come in, you all know the whole thing. You all know the whole story. I'm bothering you all today. What upsetting you all today? Pinky, Leona Douglas, Dolly, Ifua Armstrong, Wilma, Roxanne, Donna. All of you folks joining us tonight. Giving you all the housekeeping again. This is going to be our final broadcast until we come back from a little time away, a little staycation. A little time away, folks, as we rest and recuperate a little bit. But we're going to continue to put out information on our website, on the pages, folks. Val incredible. I can stick in 1 or 2 interviews with some people 1 or 2 times. But we're going to be back somewhere around the 7th or 8th of August, folks, and looking forward to seeing you guys. I think I'm going to be running into some of you guys on this little vacation too. You know, you can't get rid of me so easy. You cannot get rid of me so easy. And I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward. Oh, no. Folks, we have a little meetup, an In the Ring meetup on August 3rd in Brooklyn. August 3rd in Brooklyn. Folks, look at our Facebook page. It's right there. It's in my story. Try to post it as often as possible so y'all know what's happening and you know what's going down. 3rd of August. Hope to see some of you guys in Brooklyn, folks. We're off from this evening, but we're going to be back live with our program somewhere between the 6th, 7th, 8th. I think it's around the 8th of August, folks. Oh. Y'all allow us. Please release me, let me go. Our device is not what it used to be. Tell you, once coming to 592, folks. Once you come to 592, it's not what it used to be. Them boys, some mega transformers have arrived. These are supposed to be aiding and supporting the gas to energy project that's still waiting for funding. Them boys, so if we go for funding to be self, to the expense of every Guyanese going hungry, that's what we can do. And that's what they're doing. They were supposed to get some Exim Bank monies for these mega transformers. With hell land yet. Not approved as yet. It's a lot of projects are fine. When you really drill down for this administration not being approved, there's a lot of them. Folks, we got close to 1,800 persons joining us live. 18 minutes into our broadcast. Every minute, 100 persons joining us. That's how we can break it down there. And for 1,800 persons watching us, we only got 83 emojis. Come on, folks. Pick up the pace a little bit for us. Pick it up so the transformers have arrived. When I saw this 16 transformers, I said Blackwood is now a thing of the past. It's when I read the fine print. It's when I read the fine print, folks. Yep, I was quite saddened. It's for the gas energy project. It's not for y'all. And the project's still waiting for funding. But them boys going ahead and spend billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Folks, this is the single largest investment project in our nation's history. And if you read lots of the commentators out there, tell them breaks up with this thing. This is not a skeleton. It's not a skeleton all over again. We see this movie before. Slow and steady, fast and fragile. And boys, if we gotta pay for it ourselves, money have to make. And so they're going ahead. Learn today that these mega transformers have arrived. Well, good for you. Good for you. Let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next, folks. You ever wake up good, good, good? Huh? You ever wake up good, good, good? And then nighttime, you don't want to smash the emoji button. You don't want to hit the like button. You ever wake up good, good, good? Young fellow woke up in the same manner. Kemrat says this all the time. He understands the rice belt. He understands the sugar belt. He said, we don't want to cut cane no more. They don't want to cut cane. This is how this young man wake up. Good, 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 good. His head intact, his skull intact, the flesh intact. He had a problem. He wake up good, good, good. Right? And then his father said, come, let me go and pelt rice or dash rice, whatever people say. Let me go and throw rice. And young Gorish Basdio, he said that I ain't able to throw no rice today. I ain't able to throw no rice today. And what Gorish didn't understand is that he is modern. He parent and mother. He father and modern like that. One chapter ahead. That's what the report's telling us. One chapter ahead. Because Gorish Basio told his father, I ain't worked no rice plot today. I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling the rice plot vibe. Parents, it's modern time. You can't hit your kids like that. You got 1,000 laws coming at you. You may have made them, but you don't own them. One chapter ahead. Can you believe that? Can you appreciate that? Because Gorish, I want stamp rice today. Gorish is of number 55 village in the Corentyne, region 6. Injured by his father. Who tear you under my roof? You want to do what? Huh? My father plant rice. I plant rice. Gorish, you will do what? You want to go with them boys from the chapter head? Just like that? Come on, folks. Come on, folks. Right? Come on, folks. We're learning that Gorish's father demanded that he spray the rice. Right? Instead of going about the business he wanted to go upon. Stay and spray the rice, Gorish, the father said. The father threatened him. Gorish didn't take him too seriously. Gorish said, you all are gone through now. It's me time. Father said, Gorish, plant rice. So I got time with that. The rest is history. Gorish is now mending his wounds at the skeleton hospital, they tell us. And his father, I think, has turned himself over to the police, according to reports I saw. Right? What are we seeing here? Right? That's what we're seeing here. This report also tells us that Gorish Basio said that one day before this chopping incident, his father turned up at his place of employment and threatened to harm him if he did not leave the work and attend to the rice that's under cultivation. Gorish told his old man, he said, I can't leave my work and go and spray rice now. We got to treat our kids with the respect they deserve. Right? And this is what we keep hearing all the time. The young people want cut cane. They want spray rice, cultivate rice. It's a different age. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Folks, no easy day. Another day. Carnage. This is another sad tale. This is another sad tale. After the child, some story like I enabling. It's different. After the child sung story, like I enabling. Every day, folks. Every day you live in this country. Every day. Young woman lost her life. Herself and her hobby were heading home after night out. Heading home after night out. He lost control of the vehicle they were in on the Kilturn public road. Corentyne Babis. Young lady lost her life. As easy as that. 18 years old. I saw some reports that put her age at 19. Lost her life on the Corentyne public road. This is Bibi Alia Ali. And the driver is one Niraz Sugdio, 24. Heading home, they say. Lost control. Right? Hear this. Initial reports have said that the driver, Niraz Sugdio, was under the influence of alcohol, which caused him to lose control of that vehicle and collided with a parked crane, which caused Bibi upon impact to fall into a canal. We got to be careful on the roads out here, folks. We got to be careful on the roads out here. She looks like a beautiful soul. But it's what Bibi father said caught my attention. What the father said, Bibi's body is now at the Anamaya Memorial Hospital. Right? Or rather, the injured, Bibi and Naraz. There's where they were taking. And she succumbed later on. Police said investigations are ongoing. Here's what the father said. That caught my attention. Bibi's dad said, about 8 months ago, Naraz came and fetched out the daughter. This 24-year-old gentleman. That's what the father said in one of the reports. He came and took her away against the wishes of her father, the wishes of her parents, wishes of her family. He said, Bibi, don't go. You're making a mistake. You're too young, baby. The streets don't love you like we do. She felt she knew what she was doing. She felt she knew what she was doing. And they tried to support her the best way that they could. And that accident last evening on the Kilturn public road there on the Corentyne cost Bibi her life. Bibi Alia Ali. Dead at 18. Father said, Bibi, you're making a mistake. Don't go. You're too young. I didn't know what doing. Thoughts and prayers with the Alis. Our thoughts and prayers with the Ali. We're losing our young people. Senselessly almost. Senselessly almost. Let's pray for this family. Both families. The Sukdios, the Alis. Let's pray for them. Right, let's pray for them. Yeah. A lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. This country getting easier now. Y'all see why I need a break? Stories like that gets you every time when you see heartbreak like that. Trauma in families gets you every time. Every time. Look, story here now. Look, story here. You know. Sometimes I wonder about the justice system in this country. This gentleman here, Jitendra Baljoda, Jitendra Baldroda, 2 months ago, he's alleged to have assaulted 2 policemen. Not one, not half, not quarter, 2 policemen. What stood out to me here is Baldroda's a 90,000 bail. Folks, hold on. A couple months ago, a man alleged that I call him a jagabat and a trench crapper. Not only that he felt bad when I did that. He said, they know what the words mean, but he felt bad nonetheless. And he took me to court. Cybercrime, some foolishness. He said he feel bad. I was on $200 and something thousand bail. $200 and something $1,000 bail when I was arrested. A man assaulted 2 police officers, he had 90,000. That's the point I want, man. Like the police gone to nothing in this country here now. Like the police gone to nothing. Huh? Like police in this country is nothing. And I'm coming around to the police. Oh, it's bacchanal right now here. As the Chinese say. It's bacchanal. Here, Brutus suing Travis Chase. Travis got attorney. GCCI call now the GPF. Oh, Jesus. It's bacchanal here. But you could tell me. It's alleged. 2 police officers assaulted and a man on 90,000 bail. That's what police gone to in this country. That's what police gone to in this country, folks. That's what police gone to in this country. 2 policemen for 90,000. Going once, going twice. Yeah. Man is on bail. You try with that. You had another outcome. You had another outcome in your mean. Huh? We got to send a strong signal to people. I appreciate that law enforcement too got to pull up the socks a little bit. But we got to send a strong signal to people. Very strong signal. You know? How it going? I'll give you all one update, then bring you around to another. This morning's paper, there was an update on that Mazaruni River accident. 2 young men still missing. They're from Agatash, Bartica. Still missing. It took 10 years before the police force and Marad joined the search. 10 days. 10 days. Those young men are still missing. You know. We spoke with the father of one of those young men. He's also the father-in-law to the other gentleman who's missing. We spoke to him last week. Thank you, Adam. Take it away.
The relative of 2 men who lost their lives in a boat crash in the Mazaruni River said that the men were among those who also died. They had gone to collect their salaries. Troy Anthony Joseph, 35, and Cranston Davidson, 43, both from Agatash Village in Bartica in Region 7, have been missing following a boat crash on July 5 in the Mazaruni River. In that accident, Oswald Hudson Jr. from First Avenue, Bartica, also died. It was reported on the night of the accident, Davidson and Joseph were in a boat captained by Oswald Hudson Sr., 60, also from Bartica. The collision occurred shortly before midnight when Hudson Sr.'s boat carrying 6 passengers collided head-on with another boat operated by Chavez Thomas, 29, from Itabali Landing. Joseph's foster father said that they had gone the day before to collect their salary. They were told to return the following day.
They then later on get to understand they had to wait till afternoon around 5:36 to collect the money because they didn't work in. And there was, I think they keep communicating with the wife, which is my daughter and my daughter-in-law, and they were in the line to collect the money already night.
So this was the 4th of July, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And then they collected the money late. They had some people who they owed, so they decided to walk and come out to Itabali and pay the people like they owe. It normally happens that they take things from people and they pay every month.
The man said that it was dark when they left Itabali, having waited for an additional passenger. The news of the boat crash was a shock.
Just wondering
We
if they
just
might.
wondering. We just want to go over the hospital to find out, well, if they had any information or any patient by the name of Constable Davidson or Troy Joseph. So we went to the hospital.
And what did you learn there?
When we go, we reached the nurse and we asked the nurse, well, okay, we get to understand that there was an accident, and the nurse said, yes, of course, they got some people upstairs. They asked the name, and we mentioned the name, and she said she don't know, but the two captains upstairs. She would allow one person to go upstairs.
The captain informed him that the missing men were in the boat. He said that he couldn't relay the news to his relatives. The next day, he visited the crash scene.
I went and I see the boat, and the bow was off, and the front bench and the second bench was missing. I then, to myself, say that I must see Buck Shartman in the hospital to ask, well, which bench these two boys were sitting in.
However, some 2 weeks later, he's still hopeful that Joseph and Davidson are alive.
Like, you're looking for something and yet you don't want to find it. You just keep looking still. But the feelings then really, they're like, you would see somebody. But what I think that the police should have get these two captain after they get discharged from the hospital to like charge them or show them the spot where this accident happened.
Yep. That's what he said there. That's how that's going. The two gentlemen, folks, are still missing. Believe it or not, the two gentlemen are still missing. This is Cranston Davidson and Troy Joseph, still missing. And while we're on that front, folks, giving you an update, look what else we're following. Following this story as well, where this gentleman last week, apparently at his house, this is Radish Jagubar, right? A number of items were found and a wanted bulletin was issued by police. 2 AR-15 rifles, 2 matching magazines, 5.56 rounds, right? A bulletproof vest, cocaine, among some other items. And he turned himself over to police today at CANU's headquarters on Vicinjon Road. Turned himself over to police. Jadish Ragubar. That's how that's going. We show you how a lot of things start. We don't often show you guys how it's going. That's how that one going. And then, my Lord, you think the carnage on the roads in this country is something? Thoughts and prayers for those young people that lost their lives. That young woman that lost her life, Miss Ali. Thoughts and prayers with her. Again, too many of the young people dying. The files on the police force, Travis Chase is the first person, one of those first persons locally who burst this story about millions deposited into the Ghana police force credit union. Big interest. Big interest accruing to those sums. Today, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, the GCCI, issued a statement calling for an independent investigation. Jagdiat didn't want to go in that direction. He says, so cool, it's good enough. GCCI disagrees with him. GCCI disagrees with him. They said this thing here, little out of control. Listen to what part of the statement read. The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce has grown increasingly concerned over the recent revelations of a high level of corruption and financial impropriety within the Guyana police force, and calls for an immediate independent investigation. As the body responsible for holding and enforcing the laws of Guyana, it is repugnant that the very individuals who have been empowered to maintain law and order in the country are engaging in malpractices, which brings to fore the questions of the GPF's credibility and objectivity. If the agents of the state who are responsible for maintaining stability and lawfulness are engaged in malfeasance, then they can no longer be trusted to uphold the standards that they ought to be enforcing. The Canada Police Force, according to the GCCI, must not operate with impunity. In fact, the members of the force must be held to a higher degree of accountability. Failure to act can be viewed as assenting to corruption, and this can lead to a descent into lawlessness. Furthermore, the GCCI stated, an independent probe is needed in the interest of objectivity and transparency, as the Special Organized Crime Unit, which has been tasked with investigating these issues, is an arm of the Ghana Police Force. These circumstances, according to the GCCI, are abhorrent and untenable. Therefore, the Chamber calls for it to be dealt with swiftly and for those found culpable to face the brunt of the law. You heard that? That's not APNU, not PNC or AFC. That's Georgetown. Chambers of Commerce finally finding its voice, albeit not too late, finding its voice there and finding its stride. Abhorrent, untenable. And that's what they said. And as we're coming on, Travis Chase in a statement on social media says, Assistant Commissioner of Police Calvin Brutus, through an attorney, Rexford Jackson, sent me a lawyer's letter alleging that I have defamed his client on July 11th, even though Mr. Brutus was not named in the post Chase made on social media. In this statement by Travis Chase, he says that Mr. Brutus, through his lawyers, also threatened to sue me for saying that a high-ranking police officer had deposited tens of millions of dollars into the Ghana Police Force Credit Union. Consequently, journalist Travis Chase says, I have retained the services of UC Anderson, who has responded to Mr. Brutus's letter. Big things are going on, folks. Big things are going on here. This is Ghana Police Force. This is, you understand why? A man could assault 2 policemen, 90,000 bail. This is the kind of thing that keeps lowering the esteem of a once prestigious Ghana Police Force. Some of the things we're following, folks. The GCCI again calling for an independent investigation. Yep. That's how that's going, folks. And as we head up to program time, Candy Weda, Candy Nilidendajit. Thank you for this. Oh, scraps. Oh, scraps. Just when you think it can get worse. Just when you think it can get worse. Just talking about the gas is sure. Not waiting on funding. Up comes the Corentyne River Bridge. There's everything in place. The Surinamese, the Guyanese counterpart, everything in place. Except the funding. No funding in sight. No funding in sight. They're hoping to get some funding out of China, hoping to get some funding out of our Chinese brothers and sisters. But up to now, nothing in doing. Nothing in doing. We're being made to understand that Chandrika Prasad Santokhi, president of Suriname, visited China to try to solidify the financing agreement. Nothing positive as yet, even though they said a lot of proprietary work is on the way, with roads and bridges being built from Molson Creek to El Dorado. The main thrust of it, of the funding that is, still outstanding, folks. Yep, still outstanding. Believe it or not, folks. Believe it or not. I hope they get it right, said the people. Honest to God, as we say in the vernacular. I hope they get it right and people to build them roads and so on. Because we saw Paruima airstrip over the weekend and we don't like it. 400 million construction work on the Paruima airstrip. And plane falling in hole. Airship like biscuit just falling apart like that. So I hope they'll get the proper people to build the bridge and so forth. Listen to some of the issues in this Paruima airstrip business. Not to say the corruption here, you know.
Paruima, the only Aracuna community in Guyana and located about 30 miles from the Venezuelan border, has long been contributing to Guyana. It's also a Seventh-day Adventist community. It was the birthplace of the late Minister of Education, Desiree Fox. At one time, it was a base for the Guyana Defense Force. The soldiers were located across the Mazeronia River from the village. The Burnham government had built an airstrip there. That airstrip lapsed into disrepair during the tenure of the PPP government. Earlier this year, the government announced that it was building a new airstrip there. Leader of the Alliance for Change, Nigel Hughes, told the press conference on Friday that the government announced a plan to develop the community.
In their quest to improve the lives of the people of Paruima, decided that they would rehabilitate the airstrip at Paruima. The estimated cost at the time was somewhere around $390 million, close to $400 million. At the time, the good minister of Mr. Juan Egil said, and I just want to quote him, he says, with just under 400 million, we want to ensure that we spend money as a government so that we get value for money and the community is properly satisfied with the work.
Hughes said that the project was concluded last April.
And at the commissioning in April, this is what Minister Juan Egil had to say. He said, the significance of this transformation cannot be overstated. Reiterating the government's commitment to improving the lives of all citizens, regardless of political affiliation. He continued, we hope that the cost of living in your community goes down because it's better on the wear and tear, and the operators must be mindful of that as well.
But the airstrip was a failure, according to Hughes.
After spending $400 million on the airstrip at Paruima, one plane came in, it's stuck on the runway, and the airstrip has been closed since.
Nothing can land on that runway. Hughes described it as dangerous. The consequence is that the residents of Paruima can't travel out of the community by air. They must use the river to travel to Camarang, some 45 to 50 miles away. Things get worse.
I'm informed that the cost of a pound of rice is between $400 and $500 a pound, and the cost of sugar is $400 to $500 a pound.
Hughes said that the government should commence legal proceedings against the contractor. It should also begin subsidizing the cost of travel for the residents and control the rising food prices.
You know what strikes me is that Egil was there. You know, Mixer him, the bishop, he was there. He had noticed like grung on the foot shifting. You know, who's the engineer that signed off on the Paruima airstrip, the Paruima runway? Who signed off on that? Who inspected the project? You all see how the thing thin? Now if you get this, dig out the whole airstrip and carried away. You see why you gotta be worried? These guys build a bridge, you gotta frighten to cross it. They build an airstrip, you gotta frighten to land on it. This is corruption from head to toe. The whole body rotten of the PPP. Top to bottom, whole thing rotten. That's why the people got them waiting on the financing for the Corentyne. They thief out all the money. Like you know, car driving over structure and falling in the Corentyne River. You gotta frighten them to build anything. To build anything. Finally, folks, they're building a whole village. They're building a whole city. I can hear but seven here. They're building a whole city. Silicon City, this is Irfan's pet project. In Silicon City, And oftentimes they tell us they're billing this, they're billing that, they're putting in this. It's almost finished, it's almost completed. It's almost done. Oh, it's going to be state of the art. Oh, it's going to be green, it's going to be lean, it's going to be mean. It's going to be a smart city, a number of things. You know, just finished too? The master plan, they tell us. The master plan just finished. City almost finished building the master plan, finished constructing too. And they can unveil the master plan at the building expo coming up. They can unveil and hand over the master plan to the government. You tell me, city almost done and now they're unveiling the master plan? And that's how we upside down in this country. That's how I want to tell you. That is how we upside down in this country. And folks, I want you to honestly answer me. Not upside down? Or the master plan is what's come after? I don't know. I'd be the first to confess. I never see the planner. But somehow I think there's got to get a master plan like before, or at least when you start. They said they almost finished. Oh, they're laying out houses here and they're selling houses there and this and a whole set of things. They said the master plan now finished though. The master plan now finishing. Honestly, we upside down in this country. I think this country working. 400 million airstrip, one plane land. Airstrip closed. Carnage on our roads and waterways. No financing for major projects. Gas and Store project can get financed yet. Corentyne River Bridge, can get financed it. We don't want to be negative for the sake of being negative, but anything working for us. Water woes in Bartica. Water woes in Bartica. We told you about some of this last week, folks. Water woes.
Region 7 Councillor David Daniels said that the potable water situation is atrocious. Bartica and its environs, with a population of some 10,000, are surrounded by large volumes of water. There are the Execrable, Mazaruni, and Coyuni rivers.
Issue with the water supply is Gaiwa directly. Yes, of course, we have reached out to the representative from the Gaiwa office in Region 7, and all we keep hearing is that they're fixing the issue. They're trying to fix the issue. They're fixing the issue next month, next week. And it gets to the point whereby residents are getting real frustrated with the service of Gaiwa because at the end of the month, Gaiwa send their bills.
The matter has been discussed at the Regional Democratic Council on many occasions.
Township is being affected directly by Gaiwa. Then the most affected is the people in 4 mile, 5 mile area. They are the ones affected because the pump have to pump water to 4 miles and then relay, well, whatever system they use to go up to 5 miles.
Daniels said that the root of the problem rests with Georgetown, which keeps getting the complaints.
Georgetown is supposed to ensure that when they are budgeting, that they allocate sufficient funds for Region 7 and the township. Because I can't see that our region is the second largest region in the country. But yet our budgetary allocation is the second to last.
He said that there are entities that receive much more funding than Region 7.
For the past 4 years, we have received this issue over and over. It was not, and then when the water do come, the water is terrible. When it come orange, it's going like tail and water. Orange. And then, not just that, you got to pay your bill at the end of the month because guy will come stick in the bill in your fence every day. So the residents are fed up.
Some locations along the Bartica-Putara Road in the distribution zone would be pumped water every other day.
For the past 8 to 10 days, the 4 mile area haven't been receiving water. At all, to my knowledge, because residents are complaining.
Daniels said that another housing scheme is coming on stream along the Bartica-Putara Road. That would compound the problem for the residents, he said. The RDC, following the 2020 elections, is controlled by the ruling People's Progressive Party.
Yeah. You heard it there, folks. Anything walking in the 592? I hate to ask. I hate to have to sit. I hate to have to be negative. Because that's going to do it for us this end, folks. Until our next broadcast. We're going to see you guys in a couple days. We're going to see you folks in a couple. Stay well, please, and thank you. That's the last one. Be kind to each other, Donna Liverpool, Lucille Kendall, Marcy Agar, Astrid Short, Wanda Fraser. You all be kind to each other. We're going to see you guys in a couple days. Mark and Wenda, good to have you folks on the line. Ebon, Donna, Brian, Daniels. I see Audrey's here, Audrey Brown, Neville and Veronica Primo Rollins. Stay safe, folks. We're going to see you guys in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us this evening. That's our time. We're going to be back in a hop, skip, and a... What's the other word? Hop, skip, and a jump. We're going to see you guys back real soon. Take care, folks. That's our time. That's our program. Stay safe until we see you guys again very shortly. Very shortly. Stay safe.